Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. So, if you've been keeping an eye on the Northwest property market, you already know Chester is having a massive moment right now. Today, we're diving into movetochester.co.uk's incredibly comprehensive guide on the best family neighborhoods and school catchments in the area. We're stripping away all the guesswork and looking purely at the data.
Let's kick things up with a jaw-dropping number, £151,000. That is the actual amount families can save on property purchases here compared to equivalent homes in Manchester. It's a staggering figure, and it's exactly why upsizers and professionals are looking so closely at this historic city.
Now, that kind of saving? Yeah, it definitely hooks us. But it begs the question, where exactly do you go? A city is really just a collection of micro-markets, right? Figuring out the specific neighborhood that perfectly aligns with your family's lifestyle, your daily commute, and of course, your budget, well, that's the real puzzle we're putting together today.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to look at 1. Why families choose Chester, 2. Premium picks like Christleton and Handbridge, 3. Smart suburbs like Boughton and Upton, 4. The urban village of Hoole, 5. Decoding Chester's top schools, and finally, finding your perfect fit. All right, Section 1. Why families choose Chester, the ultimate problem solver. Let's see exactly why upsizing families from super expensive markets are flocking here.
The financial contrast we're seeing is just wild. We're talking average rents in Chester sitting 55% lower than central London and 42% lower than places like Reading or Oxford. To put that into perspective, for dual-income couples, you're looking at a massive £17,000 in annual savings. It is literally a lifestyle upgrade without the financial hangover.
Moving into Section 2, Premium picks, Christleton and Handbridge, Village Charm versus Riverside Access. Let's explore our first neighborhood category. So, these two spots offer completely different flavors of premium living. On one hand, you've got Christleton. This is your classic, highly affluent Cheshire village. Think conservation area charm. Picture perfect, but with fiercely oversubscribed schools. On the flip side, there's Handbridge, which is a gorgeous riverside suburb, just a short walk to the city center, though family homes are a bit scarcer. It really comes down to, do you want a sprawling village garden or the convenience of riverside living?
Next up, Section 3, Smart Suburbs, Boughton and Upton, all about practicality and space. If you're after modern layouts and killer commuter links, pay attention here.
Great Boughton and Upton are what I like to call the pragmatic powerhouses of Chester. Great Boughton gives you a super quick 5 to 10 minute drive to the center and an unbelievable 26% year-over-year capital growth. That's huge. Upton, meanwhile, literally has Chester Zoo right on its doorstep, and despite the chance of hearing a lion roar from your backyard, it is officially the safest district in the area, boasting just 86 crimes per 1,000 residents.
Think of this as your ultimate market cheat sheet. Great Boughton gives you the most affordable entry point at around that £300,000 mark. Upton is hands down the safest bet, while Christleton stays in that top premium tier, comfortably sitting over the $500,000 mark. It all boils down to which metric matters most to your family.
Moving right along to Section 4, the urban village, Hoole, walkable, city fringe life. Let's look at a neighborhood that completely blends city energy with family living.
To really get the vibe of Hoole, you kind of have to contrast it with Christleton. They cater to completely different lifestyles. Christleton's ideal buyer? They're hunting for that 4-bed, detached house with a massive garden, somewhere super quiet. Hoole's ideal buyer is totally different. They want charming Victorian terraces, a buzzing independent high street, and to be able to just walk down the road to grab a flat white. It's all about that cafe culture.
And when we frame those lifestyle choices in financial reality, the picture becomes crystal clear. Christleton commands a massive $60,000 to $70,000 premium over the Chester average, easily topping $500,000. Hoole, though, comes in averaging around $315,000 to $320,000. So it's a much more accessible entry point for professionals and young families who crave that lively city fringe energy.
Which brings us to Section 5, Decoding Chester's top schools, the single largest demand driver. We absolutely cannot talk about relocating here without digging into the local school system, because it literally dictates the entire property market.
This concept right here is absolutely crucial. The school catchment premium is a literal 10 to 15% bump in property values, which translates to roughly £37,000 just for being located firmly inside the boundary lines of an outstanding or highly rated good school. Let that sink in. Being inside those specific invisible lines is exactly what you are paying that premium for.
So,
What are the specific heavy hitters driving this frenzy? Well, you've got Christleton High, which is notoriously oversubscribed. Then there's Boughton Heath Academy. Not only is it outstanding, but it sits in the top 1% nationally for math. Top 1%. Acresfield Academy in Upton is another outstanding school, ranking in the top 120 nationwide. And if you're looking at the independent sector, the King's School is pretty much the premier co-ed choice in the Northwest. These are the institutions causing families to literally fight over housing.
To ground all this prestige in some hard reality, King's School recently skyrocketed 50 places in the national rankings, with an incredible 84% of their GCSE grades hitting 9 to 7. As Headmaster George Hartley pointed out, it is a massive testament to the hard work of the students and staff. When you've got schools performing at this elite level, it's no wonder the surrounding housing market is tighter than a drum.
Finally, Section 6, Finding Your Perfect Fit, the Relocation Playbook. Let's pull all this data together to help you nail this move. The playbook from Move to Chester is incredibly focused. Step 1, calculate your exact budget, making sure to factor in those regional savings we talked about earlier. Step 2, and I cannot stress this enough, never ever guess the school boundaries. Check the current catchment maps religiously. Literally, missing the line by one street can cost you your spot. And step 3, shortlist 3 to 5 specific micro-neighborhoods or streets rather than just browsing broad postcodes hoping for the best.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative question. Are you willing to pay top dollar for a guaranteed premium school catchment, or is a walkable, vibrant urban lifestyle your ultimate priority? Answering that honestly is your absolute first step in figuring out which version of Chester is the right investment for you and your family. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive today, and happy house hunting.